And welcome, guys. Indian Rider Radio After Hours live here on Facebook and on the Riding Fish YouTube channel. I'm Curtis Sawyer, and you know my partner, Riding Fish. This guy hanging out in the Florida sunshine, rolling around Daytona on a couple of brand new Indian motorcycles, making yourself the envy of the planet, and looking good besides. So,
Got a little, I'm a little red, but hey, I wanted to before we talk about Daytona and how awesome that was. My question to you is: now that you're a public figure,
oh, you want to know about this? I was
yeah,
going to ask about this.
Yeah, does that come with are you now Sir Curtis or Lord?
No, there's no title,
Curtis,
and I thought there was a title too. I did. Because Curtis, you're a public figure. I thought, well, is that the title? Do people just walk up and say hello, pub? I don't know.
My master.
It was ridiculously uncomfortable the first time I looked at it on
Prince.
Facebook. Let me put it that way. No. There's no
Prince. I don't. We have to. I think we should knight you. Knight.
No. Do not get carried away. See. You take what? You go on vacation with the family. You do a little motorcycle. You come back and you're all punchy and got a little smart ass in you.
You became I came home to a public figure. You have so many friends. You had to go public.
Well, you got to realize when you get 5,000 personal friends on a personal page on Facebook, your news feed is inundated. You never see anything fresh. You never, it was weird because there was thousands of people on there.
Yeah.
And
verified.
Verified. Wow. Cal Craner of all people, right? Cal, thanks. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people in here already. We got Chuck.
How are you, Chuck? Good to see you along.
Mark is in here.
Happy Friday. Indeed. Yeah, glad you dropped in, dude. All right. So we're going to have some fun tonight because obviously we're going to give some stuff away. I have something I'd like to hook you guys up with tonight. We're going to talk more about that in just a minute. Suffice it to say, it's from my friends at Rocky Mountain Performance here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Simple as that. And wow, where did all these people come from?
Dude, they're here.
Good to have you along, Tim Sutherland.
Dude, the party showed up. The party showed up.
In bulk, apparently.
Yeah. So I didn't get the email. Did you give me the Custom Dynamics $500 gift card?
I did not. No, you were not a winner this time around. Jim Murphy was, though. Jim Murphy picked it up nice. And matter of fact, now when I finally, as there was so much going on with the sale of the house and a variety of other things that needed to be done to complete the sale.
Right.
And so I finally get to Jim, and it's a couple of days later after I finally made the announcement, and I catch him actually hanging out on the website at Custom Dynamics while I'm trying to give him $500 to spend there. So it was a ton of fun. Yeah, that was really cool. Actually, he was excited.
Hey, dude, normally I do that, and it's just like dreams. I just fill my cart for fun.
But then I have one sitting in my inbox right now. Hey, did you leave that cart unattended for a reason? Come on back and buy your stuff, bro. You just dropped, your wish list yourself into about $5,000, and then they wonder why you're not spending it. I don't understand.
Yeah, well, you're going. I secretly I know a couple companies did this for a while. That if you had logged in and you're like your account, right, and you're a member, and you put a bunch of stuff in the cart, then sometimes they'll send you like, if you just buy this, we'll give you 10% off.
Yeah, and I've left a couple like that, and sure enough, hey, how about if we throw this in for you? Now we can talk again.
I'm just gonna say it's never happened to me. I have carts full everywhere. Yeah. Carts full everywhere, and I never get the discount calls.
Well,
but I don't know. I sent you a picture. I used that Indian discount on the FTR stuff.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Yeah, so I played with that today.
I saw you. You were outside. And by the way, it really looks like it's spring there in Minnesota. Your tree looks like it's starting to bud right there, and the grass was green. I'm envious, man, because we were supposed to be in the clear, and it's just snowing again this evening. So I don't know.
Dude, the great north up here is working out.
The land of 1,000 lakes. It's already time for spring, and not right here, right now.
No,
Hello, Paul. How are you, sir? Nice to have you along today.
Got a lot of people.
All right. So as we've been talking, let me show you what it is that I want to hook you guys up with tonight. And these, my friends, are what Rocky Mountain Performance calls their Gort board. Now, this is 6061 aluminum, and it is all polished and dialed in. And these have a interesting mounting system. I want to show you. I'm actually going to show it to you. But on the base of this thing, you have fore and aft. So if you're tall or long-legged, or you like your feet more out in front, you can mount them that way. Same is true as you can adjust the height of the shifter. So looks to me like it's going to be a good time. Those are great, and I love them. And they're about $269 a pair. But we're going to hook you up with a set tonight from Rocky Mountain Performance. So stick around. We'll talk more about that as time goes on. But
yeah, for the Scout, right?
Yeah, these are for a Scout.
Okay,
and
I want to make sure.
Yeah, fitment for the Scout on this particular set. Yeah, he does also make sets for Thunderstroke models, so they're really cool as well, and they look very similar. So, you want to know more about them? Check them out. It's rocky-mountain-performance.com. We'll give you more information on them a little later on, and we'll hook you up on the way to win. Now, even more importantly, guys, I want to introduce somebody who has been a friend of the show pretty much from the start. And once we got to know this guy and really get involved and get to connect with one another, things kind of took off. And I want to introduce you to the guy behind the Lilith Challenger and our co-sponsor for the Indian Rider Radio Full Ride Scholarship Program. And that is none other than Jason Dement from Brave Wolf Customs. Look at that. I spent a lot of money on that audience. That's about $25 right there.
Money well spent, Curtis.
Yeah. Hi, Jason. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys.
Wow. I'm glad we finally get to talk to you. I was telling you off air that the podcast episode that you guys are featured in the first time that we talked to you is now our #1 listened to podcast episode. So you guys have made an impact out there. And the bike, obviously, the Lilith Challenger, it's everywhere. And wow, look at where we are now.
I think it's the charming southern accent, Curtis.
It's got to be it.
Yeah.
It's got to be it. Well, it's not to mention the artistic ability. There's that included. If you haven't visited Brave Wolf Customs and looked at the galleries there, talk to me at first. You did, a lot of people are familiar with just the letter V from Instagram, and you did a line of things that feature some of her photos.
That's correct. I think it was smart business sense on my part. You know, she's like pretty famous on Instagram. I'm like, hey, let me paint a picture of her and let's go from there. And so we're good friends now, you know.
Yeah. So what does that do though in terms of inspiring you for other designs? Because you have a lot of them that have kind of maybe a Native American theme to them, but they're much more, I want to say, more intricate in their design.
So I always have inspiration. It's time that people usually don't have. If you're busy with so many hobbies, work and whatnot, there's no shortage of inspiration. I get a lot of good ideas from people all the time in my inbox. People are like, hey, have you thought of doing this? I'm like, nope, but that's a really good idea. Maybe I should one day.
Well, Fish, did you get a chance to see the bike when you were in Daytona?
Oh, we missed each other.
Oh,
it was
you
a
did. Okay,
first weekend. Yeah, it's a first weekend, second weekend kind of thing. So unfortunately, but we're working together. We have a little FTR thing, right? I mean, I'm gonna put them on the spot right here because we have messaged about it a little. It's like we got some ideas about what to do with these airbox covers, but here's the problem. These decals are so good. I don't want to put them on one of the already ones. So I'm waiting for the unfinished or unpainted set.
Okay.
So that way, when he puts his on, it's done. It's going to look like a paint job. It's like the finished product, and never take it off because it is going to be the Brave Wolf Custom.
Well, then that also has me thinking about a question I have for Jason. So we're going to ask that when we come back. We're going to take a really quick break, get things fired up, and we're got a whole lot more all evening long. Your questions, your comments, Jason Dement, Brave Wolf Customs, and the Lilith Challenger, and a whole lot. What?
Time out.
Whoa.
Anybody watching that has a Scout, start messaging that you have a Scout so we can start keeping track of people that have Scouts that can win a set of floorboards.
Oh, well, okay. As long as you want. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, we could talk about that after the break.
This is how he drives from the back seat. I don't know how it's done. We'll be right back, Jason. Thanks for hanging around. You don't go away, and you stick around. We got more coming up with Indian Rider Radio After Hours, Riding Fish, and Jason Dement from Brave Wolf Customs coming up next.
I'm in Bison Thunder here in St. Paul. They want to sell you a bike and help you build a bike. Yeah. Why wait till all the parts are on back order?
We have special things going on that we put in our dealership in Minnesota. We're signing people out and they're not even paying for their bike for up to 4 months.
Buy them now.
Yep. No Worries Promise, which is lifetime powertrain. First 2 years maintenance and wear items are covered on all new bikes, the heavyweight.
Bison Thunder here in St. Paul. Also have one in Rogers. All right. So that's where they are. Come to Bison Thunder, St. Paul. Home of the No Worries Promise.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Indian Rider Radio After Hours continues. Hi, guys. I'm Curtis Sawyer, and you know my co-host for After Hours, none other than the YouTube star himself, Fish.
Sir Curtis over here. It's called.
He's not going to let me live down that I had to go to a public figure page on Facebook. Yeah, you're not going to let me live this down, are you?
No. Hey, I need everybody to go to Instagram so I can get like 12 followers on Instagram.
You need 12 followers on Instagram?
I have 12 followers.
Oh, all 12. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You get in with him on Instagram, and we'll just keep rolling along here. So, yeah.
Not all of us can be a superstar like this guy we have here today. And his Instagram.
Now, his Instagram, again, you got to realize this guy is one hell of an artist, and it shows in his photography and his design. All kinds of crazy stuff that he's doing with the Lilith Challenger from Brave Wolf Customs. Jason Dement joins the show, boys and girls.
So
I'm getting the most money I can out of that $25 audience.
I'll reimburse you for it. I like the way it makes me feel.
Oh, it was PPP money. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Man. Don't even sweat it. I got that covered. Jason, welcome back. We wanted to talk specifically about how the Lilith Challenger came together and some of the things that you guys have done with TLC Customs, Custom Dynamics, and kind of the creative collective that has come around this motorcycle.
That's my cue.
That's your cue. Go ahead.
All right. So,
because if he jumps in, you got no shot.
Dude, hey, don't. This is the problem. See, you guys, I can sit here and I'm like commenting and I'm playing with the audience. And I'm looking like I'm not doing anything, but if you let me start talking, that's it.
That's it, right? I better take my chance.
And it's rare that he ever misses second, so it's not like you can jump in someplace either. So go ahead. How did this come together? Because it was your brainchild and the design that you wanted to start with, and then you kept reaching out and suddenly finding guys that all kind of fit together, and it just worked.
Well, actually, the bike came first. The Challenger was really, really, really awesome. You fall in love with it. You ride it. You're like, wow, this is amazing. As far as the theme and the artwork and the idea of it, that wasn't really part of the plan initially, but I had a potential customer come to me one day like, hey, what do you think about doing design kind of like in this direction? And I'm like, hey, that sounds like fun. I got a lot of ideas. Kicked off my inspiration, but I went somewhere he didn't want to go. So he's like, well, that's not really what I had in mind. I'm like, well, I like it so much, I'm going to use it.
I'm rolling with it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. So, really cool. And you said that this came out of a game theme.
That's right. I mean, I don't have time to play video games really, but if I did, I'd probably be playing like this one game I used to play, back when I wasn't so busy. And the artwork is what really inspired me about it. It was really good artwork in the game, and so I just kind of like took some of those elements and try to make it like sexy and dark. And the red, the metallic red on the Challenger is just such a great, or I guess they call it ruby metallic. It's such a great color.
No question. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sexy.
Well, those shots, for example, those pictures that you did in New Orleans on Bourbon Street and some of that area down there, the bike really took on a whole personality of its own. Once this started, it just kind of grew and developed. And then, of course, as you started to accessorize and add some things to it, it really it became a little bit bigger than life.
I've been lucky. I did reach out to some people that I look up to in the industry, or some aftermarket parts that I thought if I had the chance to put something on my bike, or if this is what I want to do. And in most cases, they were like, hey, we like your vision. Sounds good. Hey, we're going to come on board. And I'm like, it doesn't get any better than that.
Well, they have the opportunity also to see your work through what you have online and the galleries that you have there, and see it in real life on other motorcycles, and also be demonstrated how easy they are to install if you want to do them yourself and that kind of thing. Like we had Keith Ray do that for us on the podcast, and it was awesome. We talked about it for quite some time, but I think that whole thing, when you demonstrate how you can bring this artistic vision to motorcycles in something, and I don't want to understate this, but something as simplistic as just some simple decals and how they come together. Wow. I mean, it's really amazing when you step back and look at it and go, that's his artwork. That's his vision on the side of that motorcycle. And how many guys can actually do that? I mean, not many.
When you're walking around, Jason, I got a question after this, but when you're two questions, when you're walking around and you see somebody, their bike with your work on it, I can only imagine that seems pretty damn cool.
It feels pretty great. And it happened in Daytona. Obviously, anywhere I go, I'm like looking, I'm gonna say, hey, does anybody got any of my artwork on their bike? And when it happens, I get pretty excited, and I just maybe like leave a little note on the bike, like, hey, I found you. Hit me up.
So Jason asks, should he heat up a decal before he installs on the Challenger? It's in the mid 60s in his part of the world.
So usually just having it out in your house, room temperature is fine. You can definitely do it in colder temperatures if you just want to hit a decal up with a hairdryer or something to warm it up. All it's really doing is making it more flexible and a little bit easier to maneuver. As long as it's not freezing, you won't have any issues with it, Ray.
Good deal. All right. Well, I was excited because, again, as I watched from the time that you and I talked on the podcast and how things have gone forward, it's just been a hell of a ride for you guys. I mean, Daytona was big. You got down there, you were hanging out with the Clockworks folks and doing so many other things. It had to be a lot of fun to see these faces and have people walk up and say, I know this bike, and get a chance to talk to you.
It was a lot of fun. I wish I could have spent the entire week there. I'll tell you a story. I think I saw Lloyd on here. I'll tell you a story about the first time I met Lloyd Greer. Right. And I was really excited about meeting Lloyd, Performance King, Victory, yeah. Indian. So I'm like, oh, heck yeah, there's Lloyd. I'm like, hey, I need to go meet Lloyd. Hey, Lloyd, what's up, man? Hey, man, I need an effing break. That's the end of my story.
Hey, so here's my Lloyd story. I got down to Daytona, shook his hand, gave him dabs, whatever, bro hug, all the good stuff. He disappeared. He's like, I gotta go. And I got a text from him later. He's like, yeah, you scared me off. Your family looks awesome, but I had to go. I'm just kidding. He had something come up, had to go. But yeah, I really did I missed my opportunity.
A little too peoply out there sometimes, isn't it? It's a little too peoply. Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere. You can't avoid it.
Right.
Well, it's exciting to have you with us because one of the other things we want to talk about, obviously, is now Fish has experienced it. There's been a lot of talk about it. What did this tune do to that motorcycle? The CRT V1 tune from Lloyd's. you probably wrote one of the most eloquent reviews of a performance element on a motorcycle that I've probably ever read. And you just nailed it, man. The bike, I guess, was a completely different character, so to speak.
Yeah, I used to read books. Maybe it helps me a little bit when I write. But that tune is for real. I don't want to just say like, oh yeah, it's awesome, because everybody says that. But for real, it just changes the bike. It just irons out all the wrinkles. Obviously, if you have a Challenger, you're already thinking it's an amazing bike.
Sure.
Because it's just above and beyond other cruisers that are out there. But the tune just sort of makes everything smooth. I noticed, now you can use your entire RPM gauge, and I'm not saying that you're not going to get to the top of it. It's not going to be going, you're going to get to the top of the RPM gauge, and you feel like, wow, I got plenty left. Then you can change gears, and you get the same experience through all 6. It's great, and obviously, you move the throttle, you get immediate response.
That was the point that he talked about, that you finally felt like the thing was actually a little more connected to your butt.
Yeah, well, it squats and it goes. So I don't want to make it sound like, because I've been one of the lucky ones, and I've heard horror stories of people having really bad throttle lag.
Okay.
I didn't have that. I haven't had that. But considering I feel like I didn't have that, and now I feel like it has improved, I think that's a saying right there.
Okay. So
And
that you would have noticed more had it been more pronounced on your bike.
yeah, I think that it really showed itself how much better it could be if I didn't think I had a problem anyway. Really, it's crazy. And this wasn't sold as a performance tune. This is kind of my fault. This is a reliability, running everyday great tune. Your idle's stronger, your throttle response is better. Just every bit of it is better. And I went out like a dummy and I started racing guys with cams. I did that for fun, just because I was like, I wonder where I'm going to line up with this guy. I didn't think I was going to run him.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Then I ran him, and now all of a sudden it's a performance tune. And I think Lloyd and Tim, they're taking cam scheduling for Sturgis. So if you want a performance tune, I think they can help you out with that. Yeah. But this was not supposed to be, they're calling it a race tune because probably the speed limiter and stuff, but that's not exactly what this was.
But what you said overall, and I think what Jason made really clear in the review he wrote, was it was predominantly rideability. These were rideability issues that, depending on when and where you bought your Challenger, you may have had some of these things be either more or less pronounced. Okay. And when you can take things like, the speed limiter and some of that other stuff out of the equation and open the bike up and give it the opportunity to ride more smoothly and operate more predictably, well, why wouldn't you? That would be a great place to start. Anything after that is just, icing on the cake.
So I've often said that aftermarket has a hard time with Indian because Indian's producing such great bikes, right?
Yeah, sure.
Now the Challenger being the bike that it is, everybody bought it, not because they thought the throttle lag sucked so bad and that it sucked as a bike and now it needs a tune, i.e. the FTR, which never sold. But anyway, the Challenger, and they made it better. Yeah. By the way, Slim's right. It is hard to have throttle lag when
it's wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we know what side of the fence he lands on. He's in the fish camp right away. Jason, let's talk about that a little bit, because with this whole thing coming together, you had made plans and talked about it a little bit with me on the podcast that you were planning to go up to Charlotte and get dialed in. Okay. That didn't quite happen. Then it became time to go down to Daytona. And what if it hadn't happened again? But as luck did have it, there it was. But what if, man?
Well, I just missed this. The whole window of opportunity was just the wrong timing. It's like, the 11th hour is, as they've said, 10 a.m. And I could only be at Daytona up till right before, Ryan showed up with the tune. So I'm like, you know what? I have monumental patience. So just decided to exercise some of that and just hang in there.
That better than me, sir. I was ripping my ECU out and next daying it both directions back. Just
right. And while he's having an ongoing dialogue with how to do that, he's also hitting me up, telling me what he's doing. So I have no idea how many other people were on this, party line text that he was doing about this thing, but absolutely out of control.
Oh, hang on. Let's be honest. I was texting Amanda, Ryan. Yep. I think I had some out to Lloyd, and like it was a group conversation to help get that done. I think I twisted their arm. That's probably why, Lloyd was.
Did he just say he thinks? Oh. No. This was Jason. This was a full-on strong arm move, dude. I mean, he laid right into him. Once the door got just cracked, little crack, he's in there kicking. It's a SWAT team coming through, man.
I'm 6'10".
No, you're not. Wow. The extremes he'll go to. Don't even let this happen. Don't even let this happen. Let's change gears just a little bit, Jason. There is an amazing group of guys come together with this bike. Okay, TLC Customs, Thunder and Lightning Customs, Custom Dynamics has been part of it. Clockworks is part of it. Talk to me about those guys, because I know in speaking to some of them and now having the chance to have some of them on the show, I'm learning that they like to have that opportunity to show off what those accessories can do for the bike.
It's been a really great experience. I had no issues communicating with them, and immediate positive responses of wanting to get involved. And since we built the bike, just feels like I have a great relationship with everyone. So, they're always resharing my pictures and, tagging me on posts and stuff. But I do some of this just develops as you make friends and connections online. Like you mentioned TLC, Thunder and Lightning Customs. That's Rick Hartman, who, has been an engineer for many, many years, had his, business affected by COVID, and decided, hey, retirement plan, I'd love to make motorcycle stuff.
Didn't you tell me he was into industrial automation or something like that? Same thing. Yeah, we just were talking about these boards here earlier. Rick Coate did the same thing. He's in industrial automation and obviously machining and creating it. And these are the guys that now are starting to find their home with some of this stuff around these bikes. And what you got going on with TLC is really cool.
Yes, we're having a lot of fun. Obviously, I first met him because he made some really awesome highway bars for the Challenger, and I needed some meat hooks for the Lilith Challenger. Sure. And we became friends and chatted a lot. So now I've designed some artwork, and he's created some radiator covers for the Challenger.
Oh, nice.
We got 5 different styles, and his website's still coming up, but you can check him out on my site at bravewolf.us and get a sweet custom radiator cover for your Challenger.
They are sweet. Yeah, him and I were exchanged some pictures too. I want to just back that up. Yeah.
Are we going to do a custom fish?
Right here. For like the radiator thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could we see this? Could we see that on a bike?
I'm not sure if that's caught, but man, wouldn't that be so sick?
Got some sexy on it. Come on now.
He sent me the things he was working on or is working on or has done, and he has some really cool designs.
Okay.
But yeah, that would be really cool to see. Just by the way, not only on my bike, but all of your guys' bikes too.
Yeah, everybody can have a riding fish radiator grill.
That's got that right. When I took Freedom Shield sent me mine, and I sent them my PNG or whatever for the laser engraving that they do on my windshield. I told them, hey, if anybody else wants the riding fish thing, you could give it. You could give it to them.
Hook them up. Yeah. In fact, why don't you do a run of like 100 and see where they go? Let's just give it a whirl. What do you think?
Yeah, they got about 90. They got about 99 on the shelf still.
Yeah. How's Friday look? Come on, man.
I want to do a giveaway. I want to give something away, Curtis.
Oh, what do you want to give away? Come on, I'm game. Heck, we're halfway through here. Let's get silly.
Let's give away some decals.
Okay. So all right. So you got a decal set. How do you want to do it?
Quick question, though. Quick question. There's a couple Harley people in here, and they made a joke.
Oh, really?
But
I know what it is. I know what the joke is already.
Would you do one for a Road Glide, though? Big Gabe he just said like, hey, maybe I should get something for my Road Glide. But I'm being this is a real question.
So I'm not a brand boy. Motorcycle's motorcycle to me.
Goddamn right.
There we go.
Only limitation is time.
Okay.
So,
and you guys got to understand. Okay, Jason is not just Brave Wolf Customs. You also have a full-time IT job where you're in that. And he geeked out totally when we told him we were doing this live streaming thing, and then he dove right in. But he has other things going on, guys. But I'll tell you what he does have is if you finally sit down and look through these galleries, you're going to find something. I'll guarantee it that touches you somehow. It'll catch you somehow. There's just some intricate art in there that speaks volumes, and it completely changes the look of your motorcycle. Take a look for yourself. BraveWolf.us. It's easy. Check it out. There, took care of that. How do you feel? Does that feel better? Did that work? Okay, see,
that's great.
Yeah, the check cashed. So I was going to do what I had to do right there.
See, Big Gabe, he's not kidding. No, but your work is awesome, and so they may not want to war bonnet one, but
no, there's something. Yeah,
it's just an idea. I'm throwing it out there. I don't know, dude.
Anything's possible. So, hey, Jason, when we come back, I want to talk a little bit more about the collaborations with some of these other guys and going, and learning about what the products you wanted to add to the bike to create the look. And then let's answer some questions, get some comments out there, and we'll give away this set of decals. You figure out how you want to do it, and we'll do that in just a minute.
Sounds
all right.
good.
All right. He sticks around. Don't go away. You don't go away. The other thing we got to mention, and we're going to grab him on the backside of this, and we're going to talk more about the Indian Rider Radio Full Ride Scholarship Program.
Yeah, I nominated a person.
Did you? Good. Okay, great.
Yeah. I don't know if you got it.
Well,
why isn't my name getting put in? I mean, listen, if somebody in the Minnesota, hang on, I'm going to be honest.
Okay. All right.
If somebody in the Midwest,
yeah,
and you pick them, and I have nothing to do with who you pick, but if they're in the Midwest and they're in my region,
yeah.
If they want to take an intermediate course or advanced, depending on whatever their confidence level is, if we can make it work, I'll go with them that day. I'll pay for myself. You don't have to do it.
All right.
But I'm just throwing it out there. And because I'd like to do them every couple years anyway, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely. I'd like that. That'd be cool. Yeah, that's a great idea. And I'll tell you what, I won't exclude you from nominating people.
Oh,
you're the co-host, people who talk, but you meet a lot of folks, a lot of riders. Somebody that it could be deserving of this and wants to do it. Yeah, let's
100%.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I sent you his link. I'll send it again just in case you didn't, change your mind. Maybe I changed your mind.
Well, I'm not afraid of it whatsoever. That sounds like a lot of fun. We're going to talk about that a little bit more when we come back with Jason Dement. Fish, don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, guys, stick around. More with Indian Rider Radio coming up in just a minute.
Hey guys, it's Amanda from Indian Motorcycle Charlotte and Lloyd's Garage here. I want to talk to you about our B4 custom bike series. I think there's been a little bit misunderstanding of what they are. I know you guys have seen our pictures all over social media and our website of these badass custom bikes with that custom paint job with the blue and the red in some of them. They're amazing. But it's not just that full package that you see. It's actually like a menu, and you get to pick your own custom package. You're gonna start with that menu and say you're really feeling that Dark Horse Chieftain or Roadmaster and you don't want the custom paint job. You don't have to mark it. You can go right down that line. Say you don't want the Arnaut Air Ride and the center stand. It's not really your thing. You don't have to get it. Say you don't want the fat front tire. As badass as it is, it's not everybody's flavor, and we get that. You don't have to get it. Reversely, if you just want the custom paint job and you don't want the performance, which it happens, you can do that. But that is why we do those. And I'm not going to go through the rest of the list because you want Lloyd's exhaust. You want the 126. You want the 1901 floorboards and foot pegs. The rest is a no-brainer. If you guys have more questions, feel free to give me a call, email me. Our number is 704-879-4560.
And as always, the lovely and talented Amanda Bramble from Indian Motorcycle Charlotte, home of Tim Sutherland and Lloyd Greer and Lloyd's Garage. So, by the way, those guys are getting dialed in and they're setting up their scheduling for Sturgis already. So if you've got performance stuff on mind, whether it's getting tuned or a set of cams, a big bore kit, or some custom work, you got to start getting connected now with the guys at Lloyd's Garage and Indian Motorcycle Charlotte, so you can be set up when you get into Sturgis. By the way, the Buffalo Chip is looking like where we are going to land for Sturgis as well this year. Going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a ton of fun.
Sounds like fun. You want to know what else?
No.
I asked Tim and Lloyd if they want to stop at Ghetto Garage in my house and do a set of cams before they get to Sturgis.
Oh, at the Ghetto Garage.
Yeah, I do right there in my driveway.
I was afraid of that. Yeah. I've seen you change exhaust in your driveway.
Yeah. Well, let's do cams.
Let's set cams. Why not? Right?
I should get a 12-pack.
Yeah, that's going to turn bad in a heartbeat. I can just see the end result there.
They told me no because they're too professional or something. They like to do a good, I don't know. They
like to do good work and they don't want to do it in the driveway?
Right. Like,
I can't understand why they would say that.
Live on the edge a little, guys. Like, come on.
Yeah. I got a great place for you to lose a 10mm socket. Come on.
Well, the greatest thing is you don't look down the driveway in the gutter after it rolled.
Oh no, storm drains are made for collecting those things. I swear to God. Let's bring back our guest, Jason Dement, with Brave Wolf Customs and the creator of the Lilith Challenger. And he is offering up a set of his decals. And let me tell you, you guys, Jason, there's been a lot of interest really recently in something very simple that makes a dramatic change in the way the dash on the Challenger looks. And I think, Fish, you own a set too. The Challenger speaker insert decals that you're doing, holy cow, crazy cool.
So I feel kind of dumb about this, actually. Only just today I realized that 6.5-inch power band audio speakers are the same in all of the bikes. So it's not just Challenger speaker accents.
No, good. Well, then they're going to get featured on my bike then. I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to add them to mine.
Well, I actually have a set.
You do?
I'm going to be doing a giveaway. You have to follow me on Instagram. I think that's how I'm going to try to do it because I need to kind of grow that community. I'm all about YouTube. We all know that's where I land for my stuff, but Instagram is small and I don't know. I can't get people to give me thumbs up. There's that whole thing. You got to ask them and I never do. So I'm going to start asking people, give a thumbs up, like and share my video and subscribe. Okay. I have to. I don't know. But anyway, I have a set.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Slow down a second here. Now, you understand that I'm horrible at YouTube. I have a YouTube channel that I'm going to try to make better use of. Trust me on that.
Giving me control of it? I'm just kidding.
It's bad enough he's jacked my Facebook page at different times. I don't know, who is this kid? Anyway, so my thinking is this, is that at some point, I have to use that thing and get better at it. But dude, I mean, it's your world, man. You hang there. That's where everybody looks for you. So,
and I like being there, but I'm not good at just doing like posts. And so it's kind of fun to just shoot a picture like, hey, I'm in this place. And I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna give away. I have a set of speaker sets. I'm gonna do some T-shirts. I'm kind of celebrating.
Okay.
I'm about to be at 500 followers on Instagram.
Jason's leaving. Where are you going? You're running off on us.
I saw a question about a radiator cover. I was going to go pick one up.
Go grab one.
Yeah, do it up, man.
Do your thing.
This is not. It's not as fancy as it looks. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just take him out of the shot for a second. He'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, so I'm gonna do a giveaway, and I'm gonna throw in some T-shirts. Not just my T-shirts. I'm trying to get one of those fancy Sir Curtis Sawyer IR shirts.
Oh, you want one of those? I'm working on some new ones for the summer tour.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get the limited edition summer tour ones. I need one of them leftover ones.
Oh, you want a leftover one?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a few of my own T-shirts. I think I have Tab Performance T-shirts. Anyway, I'm gonna have a little care package to give away to somebody,
Awesome.
and I'll pay the shipping.
Well, speaking of giving away, and we don't want to confuse you with giveaways tonight, but we do want.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
what is this card?
I don't know what that's about.
Hey,
going solo. I tried a solo trip a few weeks. Yeah.
I thought he meant like solo on air. I was like, I took that really personal. Like, I got salty. Like,
in a heartbeat.
I almost changed my name to Salty and Sprinkles.
Went there. All right. So we don't want to confuse you with giveaways, but if you are a Scout owner, let us know in the comments. Make sure that you tell us that you got a Scout. In fact, describe whatever one you have. Because tonight we are going to give you a set of these incredible boards from my friends at Rocky Mountain Performance, Fort Collins, Colorado. These are made by Rick Coat, and they are all handmade out of high-grade 6061 aluminum. There is this high-polished finish with the black insert, and then there is a completely black set. So if you want them, they're a $269 value. So if you are a Scout rider, you got to let us know in the comments, because we're going to draw at random from all of the Scout comments we get tonight to make you a winner. It's that easy, simple, done. And we're going to hook you up with Rocky Mountain Performance. Ready? Go. You're next.
I'm next. Shit. Dude, I tuned out.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
I heard what you said. I mean, you were talking about these badass floorboards.
Yeah, I was.
I got that.
Okay.
And that you're going to give them away. And you told people to
leave a comment.
Yep. For what they have. I have a list of names already.
Okay.
Of people that have been saying they have it.
Why are you making this hard? What are you doing?
What do you want me to do?
Well, you're just repeating it back to me is what you're doing.
Dude, that's what you do to the wife when they're like, are you fucking listening? You're like, yes.
Not entirely sure, but thanks for asking.
Hang on, I got to write this name down.
Is Jason back with us? Look at him.
Oh my God, here we go.
I'm back.
Save the day. Save the day. I've been on vacation I missed 2 shows.
Yeah, you did.
2 shows.
I did a couple of solo shows.
I did one solo show. You had a weather problem. What's up with Colorado?
Oh,
dude. Two things. Hang on. Time out. First of all,
whoa, slow your roll. Look what he's holding up there.
Who wants this? Who wants this?
Somebody speak up before I do.
Wait a minute. I'm probably not even allowed.
Is that how we just gave him away? Did he just give him away? He just gave him away, didn't he?
I don't see a comment yet, but
okay. Somebody hit us up here. Come on.
Hey, so we did that test ride, real-time test ride.
Yes.
And we just played our little promo.
Right.
And here we go. And dude, I think we should do that again.
Do what? Oh, the real-time test ride? Yeah, absolutely.
Did you just do what I did to you?
Yeah, I zoned out on you.
Dude, are we stroking out tonight? What is happening?
Well, dude, I'll tell you what, let me put this in perspective. And Jason heard a little bit about it. I have now sold my home and bought one at the same time, one that will not be done, mind you. So I then had to acquire the RV that I'm traveling in this year in time to make sure that I'm ready to travel and get it set up. So needless to say, I've watched monies go back and forth. I've watched contractors come in and out. I've watched permits get done and done. And I've read enough contractual material to become a lawyer in my part-time. And I've had it, dude. I'm just burnt. That's why, look at I'm throwing back Complex 6 by the gallon.
Oh man. You guys need
placement I'm doing here.
I have a list here of all the thumbs ups. And you guys got to be on this list of thumbs up. So if you haven't given us a thumbs up, either whatever platform you're watching, then
Okay.
I'm looking at this list of people because there's a lot of people. Dude, your decals are off the chain. So all the,
I'm benighted. What the
I just want to say there might be more than one that gets given away.
Okay. Oh, Terry Scott jumped in there. He's all about it.
Dude, it's nonstop.
Hey, let me mention that the Southeast Iron Bud Tour that is
Alaska
out there. Back up to that just a second if you can.
Yeah, here you go.
You control of. All right, so the Southeast Iron Bud Tour, you guys have heard about this, right? This is now well over 150 riders from all over the East that are doing, ready, 1,000-mile Saddle Soar 1000 to get to the event in Charleston. So some are traveling quite a distance just to get to the dealership to start the 1,000-mile ride. Then, of course, 1,000 miles home and a whole variety of other riding, obviously, while you're down and around the Charleston area. So why not? We're going to have a whole bunch of riders all in one place in Charleston, South Carolina, April 29th, 30th, and May 1st. And I'm going to be there with our little mobile studio, and we are going to meet and greet these guys as they roll up. That is going to be a lot of fun. I am so excited to meet all those riders from all over the place. That's going to be just a blast. It's going to be great. I'm going to enjoy it.
So you're not going to do it, though?
No, I have to be there to work, dude.
Well, just can't you?
Jason,
it's like a race. Be the first one back. Set your shit up. Be the first one back. Be like, we're here to go. You only been awake for 21 hours. You're ready to start.
Okay, look, let me rephrase. Now, if I were 29, sure, we got something to talk about. It's 59, bro. Okay. Yeah. Trust me, I like 4:30 at the Skippers with the coupon. I'm all about it. Okay.
So it's
all about that.
I tried to figure out how I could do that without taking a day off, which would have been very difficult.
Right.
It's 1,300 miles, and I really, really thought about trying to do it and just meet everybody there.
Oh man, it's gonna
not sure. It's what is it? Is it May 1st or?
Yeah, they arrive April 29th. Well, actually, April 30th is when they arrive in Charleston.
Yeah.
And May 1st, they're doing their celebration and recognition thing and giving. Oh, look at that!
Put you one of those on your seat.
What is that, by the way?
That's what you need for your motorcycle seat. It's from Purple Mattress.
Oh, Purple Mattress.
Yeah, man.
Oh, well, I'm going Pro Pad with Alligator Bob.
Oh, hey, better choice, but I'm trying to get a little bit of cutback here from Purple.
Oh, you need a little something from Purple? Okay. Hey, Purple.
Affiliate link. I don't know.
Help my boy out right here.
I'm sure they're watching.
Okay. You want me to build a scroll really quick that we can just get that on there, or
I think this is their target market.
I'll guarantee it. Yeah, we are. The elderly. I'm waiting for my new chief, and I want some ape hanger bars. I talked to FMB, and they don't have the measurements. Do you know anybody that knows or can recommend some?
Doesn't Indian offer? I think they're offering some bigger bars.
There's a slightly taller bar, but why don't you look into aftermarket risers and leave the stock bar intact and just put them up higher on a riser?
Because they probably want the cliffhanger part.
Oh, I'm seeing where you're going with that. Okay.
You know what I mean? It is pretty cool. I had a lot. So I went up to Bison today and it was really weird. I took all my camera stuff. I was going to jump on a Scout. A couple of people have been asking me to do a riding review of a Scout since I did the Chief. And I said, I kind of like the Chief more. People are like, you need to give the Scout a better ride. And I'll tell you what went wrong. Last time I rode the Scout, I rode it for like 15 minutes and I ended up jumping off and riding the FTR, and it touched my heart so much I forgot everything else for the day. Yeah. So I need to do a Scout and give it a fair shot and not put it up against, what I love or now love or loved then. Anyway,
all right.
I went up there, dude. I ended up just hanging out for like 2 hours. I never pulled a camera out. I just hung out. It was kind of a fun day. Today was a non-shooting video day. It was no editing, no shooting, just hanging out. It was nice.
Yeah, actually. Sure. Jason, what would you give for a day like that? Because you and I are far too busy for that kind of nonsense. But this is the guy that drives for, 12, 13, 14 hours at a time too, right? Is that what you do?
No, I don't do any driving.
No, him, but I know you spend a lot of time behind a keyboard, though.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, you're the first one to know, Curtis, that I'll go do a 44-hour. I don't do it all at once. You know, I do like
Right. Yeah.
16 or 17 hours, and I take 10 off in the back of the truck while it's going down the road.
Yep.
Then I do another 10 to 12, and then 6 hours later I get home.
Yeah.
And then I'll sit at my computer for 3 or 4 hours before I go to sleep.
Yeah, because you come back and you've hit me up when you've gotten back at late at night and go, hey, I'm finally home again. I have no idea if I'm ever going to sleep tonight.
Or if I do, I'm not going to get this video out.
Right.
So
Jason, I want to throw something else at you. You spent some time at some of the different vendors and in Daytona, right? You stopped down more Shineworks and some of that stuff you were talking about. What was the feedback that you got on the bike and the development of it all of it? Because Brave Wolf has you've been around a little while, but you really came out to the forefront here just recently over the last couple of years. And obviously there's been a lot of positive feedback.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. Especially over at, the Clockworks, Shineworks booth there at J&P Cycles. Got to meet some great people there from Clockworks. Got to meet Timmy with Shineworks, who told me she appreciates me tagging them because part of her job is to find things to share with social media. So I kind of make it a little bit easier for her.
But let's talk about that. And Fish and I have had these conversations. There are some companies out there in the aftermarket around motorcycling that are recognizing the validity of social media, whether it be podcasts or vlogs or any of those things, Instagram pages. They really are starting to gravitate to that stuff because they're finding out that these are where you find your new and your grassroots customers. These are where the real guys are hanging out in some of these places. And I think it's exciting because this is how word of mouth starts. And this is what we've talked about all along, is how this is kind of a community thing. As we start to share information and get to know one another, we're making connections for each other. And it's worked out really well. You've been very successful doing it, Jason.
Yeah. It's not only is it where the most fun is at in this whole thing, it's also, where the most success is at, just making those connections, trying to find a way that you can help somebody else out. They do the same thing in return.
Yep.
Everybody's happy.
Well,
I think one of the highlights of my trip to Daytona, I got to meet Brian Clock. He was on the show too.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun to, stand there at my bike, him take a look at in person what I'd done. And we talk about, he's got a Challenger he's going to customize, sort of throw some ideas back and forth. Maybe, possibly, we'll collaborate on something.
Oh, hey, okay. All right. Find a little middle ground someplace. That'd be exciting.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun.
Oh man. Well, I'm excited because some of what you've done have gotten me a couple of styling cues that are going into my motorcycle. And seeing some of the things that you're doing, I don't know if I'm going all the way that edgy. It's going to be a little bit different, but you gave me some styling ideas. But speaking of these collaborations, I had barely gotten the words Full Ride Scholarship Program out of my mouth. And in my message box was Jason Dement. And he says, I want to be a part of this. So let's explain to everybody again how this works, because we're coming up on the time when we're going to draw our first of maybe as many as 5 winners this summer. And again, it's the Indian Rider Radio Indian Rider Radio Full Ride Scholarship Program. And it is sponsored by Brave Wolf. Now, a portion of what they sell every month, it comes back to us, and we put that in a scholarship fund. And we're set up and ready to rock and roll, guys. We want to hook people up that are brand new to riding. And Fish, you and I have talked about this, and Jason and I talked about it on the show. When I first discovered that only like I said, about a third of other riders actually get continuing education for rider skills training, it blew my mind. That they estimate now that only about a third of everybody on the road that rides right now has ever had an extra class besides what it took to get their endorsement. That blew me away.
It's crazy. Hey, the people in the comment section, will you comment if you have taken an extra course after you got your license, or heck, even any course, even with your license.
Yeah.
Because some people got their, they've been riding for so long, they have never done it. So I don't know. It's just interesting thought that I have. But dude, I love it. First of all, so many times, especially me, I hit the road and my wrist is heavy and I'm gone. I don't go to the parking lot too often and take, just sit there and, well, actually I do.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't dedicate a day to it. How's that?
Right.
I mean, I am the first one to be like, hey, figure 8 time, baby. Let's see if we can get this full lockout, I do stuff like that, and I don't think a lot of people do enough or as much as they should. But yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, you have a daughter that's now riding a EFTR Junior, and Jason, you've got an EFTR Junior hanging around your garage too, don't you?
It's not for the kids though.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No.
Well, what the hell with you? I'm not even going to bring it. No.
Wasn't that your transportation to the post office?
Yeah, it came in really handy when I needed to go mail the ECU to Lloyd's garage.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is how I'm going to get there. It's like those are made for chasing the ice cream truck. But what I'm getting at here is that your daughter is going to learn how to ride, and your daughters and your kids are going to learn how to ride. And that's really what brought me back to getting more rider skills training. I had gotten some when I first went back and got my endorsement because I had been grandfathered in like so many. And then at one time or another, I wound up having to take a class again. That was really cool. And then, of course, I went on and took one with my daughter when she was getting ready to ride. And then that really kicked it off for me because I recognized how much I took away from that first. I took a beginner's class again and took a ton away from it. And I was like, wow, why do more people not do this? I had a blast. It was so much fun throwing around their Yamaha TW200 and grinding bars on that thing. It was awesome, And you could be a little bit of a rock star the first time around. Then they get mad at you. But then I went on and took an intermediate class. I've taken an advanced class using my own motorcycle, and I think that's another thing that's key. It's just great. And then we've had guys like Jersey Claudio on the show with Ride Like a Pro here from Colorado. These guys they have a lot to offer. In a lot of states, you can just sign up randomly, too, for Motorcycle Safety Foundation classes. It's awesome.
I'm with you. I found them super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get to take some advanced stuff or intermediate, Jason?
Jason's a machine.
I had the Motorcycle Safety Foundation course, not the advanced.
So like the basic one?
Yeah.
Because in my region,
on an advanced one. The basic one was very helpful. So if you've never had any course at all.
So here's the biggest.
Right. He makes a great point, though. I mean, even if you take a basic one and you haven't had to have one in the past, or go take it with somebody else, like you've talked about, Fish, you would go take one with somebody.
Yeah. You usually get a lunch break. You go grab lunch. You can hang out, whatever.
Yep.
The biggest thing and I'm going to keep preaching it to all these people that say I only took a MSF,
Right.
The fun part of taking an intermediate or advanced, and there's usually is an intermediate one.
Yeah.
Is that you use your own bike.
Oh, and dude, that is amazing. It is incredible to do it on your own bike. It's awesome.
Yeah, because then you learn. I mean, it's one thing to take a concept of a lighter bike, a smaller bike, and then put that onto a bigger bike like a Challenger, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you get your Challenger out there, you slowly push your limits, and there's a fear factor because so many people drop bikes in those learning circumstances.
Yeah.
But it's just better to do it, to push that on your own bike. I mean, you do it in the parking lot, well, at the Wendy's or whatever.
Sure. I think I got to agree. And I want to go back to talk to Jason about this because when we reached out with this program, the object of the exercise was, I thought, that listeners would immediately recognize somebody that they know who is new to riding. And come to find out, they're a little harder to come by than we thought. And here's why. Because a lot of new riders are reluctant to let other people know in the dealership that they are a new rider. And don't be embarrassed by that, you guys. Again, part of the program here is to recognize, encourage, and then educate. We want you along for the ride, right? I mean, the more the merrier on this whole thing. So if you want to be part of it, first, remember that this guy has helped us out immensely. I mean, he is donating part of his sales to make these scholarship programs possible. So if you know someone, whether it's a family member, somebody around your IMRG chapter, around your dealership, heck, it might be your kid's friend's best buddy. I don't know. But anyway, get them nominated and we'll hook them up and we'll get them better educated. It's simple as that. And I think that makes it better for everybody.
I'm just saying, it's more fun once you become good at something.
Oh,
We all lost our virginity. It wasn't as fun as after a couple other.
well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Improvement. Sure. Yeah, it's gradual. Very gradual. I mean, like, okay, almost
Real quick trips. You know.
Here's a power lesson. Move on. So, Jason, what's in store for the Lilith Challenger now? Is the bike reached its pinnacle? Is it where it's supposed to be? Are you happy with what you got?
Lloyd gear cams.
Hey, see, listen at him.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that's not all, of course, but we all know Lloyd's not going to just stop at a tune. So whatever he wants to put in the oven, I'll be there for dinner. And we also talked with Brian Clock, and he said, I have 3 fenders that would fit your Challenger.
Also,
I mean, this was after he's like, well, I mean, what else is left to do? How much more can you do? But he's like, hey, we got 3 fenders. I'm like, okay.
Well, now that narrows it down by a third.
So
what do we got
more?
What'd you say?
Riding for over 30 years. Only course I've taken since was the one I won when I got a DUI. Oh, congratulations, Ray. Those are so much fun. An advanced course might be a good idea, though. What the biggest thing that you take away from some of the advanced riding courses is the slow speed maneuvering and hazard avoidance, and really learning how to use the brake and the clutch together. Those are the things you take away from the advanced riders classes, and they're really it's a ton of fun to take them. Scares you for the first 20 minutes, but it turns out okay at the end.
Well, I think it makes a difference. By the way, he's too much information. Open book, guys. I got a talking problem.
Dude.
Is when you our bikes have ABS, or most of the bikes have the ABS.
Right.
A lot of the Indians. A lot of the learning bikes don't. So learning how to do those stops with your bike, and the technology that your bike has, you need to feel that pulsation, and it is weird when you get on the brakes real hard and the ABS kicks.
And it shudders the first time. You broke something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
if you've never experienced it, you think something broke. Well, we seem to be boring Jason to tears because he is a busy man, and he is down. How are things down in the south of Mississippi? You guys had some rough weather here a couple of weeks ago. Did you get dried out?
I'm actually in a great location, so unless it's hurricane season, all the rest of the crap usually misses me. Goes like a little bit north of me.
Nice.
Hurricane's just hurricane, so
right.
All good.
You're right. Yeah, we're fine with that. Okay. Well, maybe while we're milling around this summer and this is a great opportunity. Jason, did you see my mobile studio device?
Did I ever?
Oh, dude.
That is a masterpiece of machinery.
Well, I don't know about that yet. I know that I have bought it. I've only seen them up close a couple of times, but I do know that it is the only one of that I looked at that I could actually put all the stuff in the back. Just pack it full and just show up and drop my gate and have fun with it. So I was really excited. And when the wife
already claimed my space, Jason.
Huh?
I already claimed my sleeping space.
Did you have a top bunk?
Top bunk, baby.
In the garage, maybe.
Okay. Listen, I'll sleep on top of the damn camper. I mean,
I have an awning outside. You're good.
Okay, cool.
We'll make room for you. Come on. I mean,
get that purple mattress or purple pad out.
Yeah. Do I get in trouble if I say like purple.com right now? Do I get in trouble if I say that?
I think they would appreciate it. Honestly.
Purple.com. Nice to see you guys. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, we're open for sponsors on the show. Thank you to TrustNoOneClothing.com. Thank you to who else are our sponsors? ThurboJewelers.com.
There you go.
Bison Thunder.
There you go.
Lloyd's Garage.
See, I knew it.
Indian Motorcycle Charlotte.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 60 helmets. Hey, that's
60 helmets. Really cool thing. They're going to be part of our tour t-shirt this year. They're going to be on one of our t-shirt sponsors. and they're going to send with me some of their really cool stuff to let me show you and demonstrate how the 6D helmet actually works. So they're going to send me down the road with a cutaway version of it so I can show other people how it works.
Dude, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm totally. Yeah.
So I want to say a couple of things. I'm not the best wording guy, you know? And so like Jason, you did this whole nice write-up about what you thought the Challenger tune did.
Yeah, Jason paid attention in English.
They asked me, I said, my shit is woke. Not lying, I swear to God.
Yeah, that guy. That's him right there. You know, throwing gang signs. See, this is the difference between a Southern gentleman, a Renaissance man, if you will, an artist, and a Minnesota truck driver.
Fuck that. I grew up in SoCal. Okay, you know what?
I saw we're in SoCal, though. That's farm country, bro. It's different.
Oh, no, that is, there's a lot more than farm country in there. Hey, so Bob thinks you should be called Radio Chief. That should be your new that would be a sick decal on the Roadmaster. Radio Chief.
Sure. Yeah, Radio Chief. Okay. Yeah. I think,
dude, you know what? Your face, hang on. So side profile of your face, war bonnet coming off, underneath it, Radio Chief. Shit, I might get that on the Challenger.
You know, I guess if we're going to go, let's just go. All right. I mean, this is like dropping your pants in public. What are you doing to me here? I don't understand. Okay. So look, you guys, if you still have a Scout, write it down, put it in the comments. Tell us what Scout you have, because we are giving away some cool stuff from Rocky Mountain Performance. And Jason might throw another set of those decals out at you. I think, have we nailed down a couple of people that are winning, or have we not?
I'll follow up.
You will.
I don't know if you'll have another break, but I'll go check and see who's on there. And
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a quick one, and we'll let you dial in on that. Come back in just a minute. All right, Fish. One other thing we want to touch on before we get too far away is I want to mention again, since we did now bring it up, the mobile studio is going to be on the road this year. We're going to go start in Charleston for the Southeast Iron Butt. Then we're going to head up to Charlotte, say hi there in early May, excuse me. So what we got, guys, is a 40-foot Class A toy hauler. And the garage becomes an interior studio and production room, and the outside deck becomes a live stage. So we are going to set it up as such and go out and visit dealerships and events and rides, and hopefully meet a lot of great people and say hi to a ton of people we don't know.
Goddamn right. Are you going to come visit me?
I am. Actually,
I feel like a winner. I'm a winner today.
Oh, you are. And you can share the glory with Larry Marshall from the V2.
He's really who you're coming to visit. And I'm crashing the damn party, but that's okay. I'll just count it as a win.
Larry, I tried. See?
It's cool. Larry. No, thank you, Larry, for convincing this guy to come up here. All right. We're going to have to get a huge group ride. What do you think? If I help put it together?
I would. I'd like to do that. You know, some of the ideas that you kicked around with where to go and what to do, I think that sounds exciting. It really does. Get a group of guys together and head down there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it. So everybody keep an eye out. Like always, you guys know I have a big mouth. So as soon as we start getting things lined up, we'll get those words out. But yeah, big group ride, maybe a couple. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds very cool. Stick around, Fish. Don't go away. We'll come right back. You guys stick around too. Indian Rider Radio After Hours. If you want to know more about the Full Ride Scholarship Program, how to get involved, and how to nominate someone, we can find that for you online at IndianRiderRadio.com. You'll see the link there. Details and entry form is all lined out for you. Again, we can't thank Brave Wolf Customs enough. So check them out, bravewolf.us, because a part of everything they sell helps support the Full Ride Scholarship Program. Don't go away. We're going to be right back.
I'm in Bison Thunder here in St. Paul. They want to sell you a bike and help you build a bike. Yeah. Why wait till all the parts are on back order?
We have special things going on that we put in our dealership in Minnesota. We're signing people out and they're not even paying for their bike for up to 4 months.
Buy them now.
Yep. No Worries Promise, which is lifetime powertrain. First 2 years maintenance and wear items are covered on all new bikes, the heavyweight.
Bison Thunder here in St. Paul. Also have one in Rogers. All right. So that's where they are. Come to Bison Thunder, St. Paul. Home of the No Worries Promise.
Yes, sir. Peace.
And welcome back to Indian Rider Radio After Hours. I'm Curtis Sawyer. And don't forget, we have a brand new edition of our podcast available wherever you find your favorite podcast. Season 2, Episode 12. We talk with Tyler Porter. He is with Metzler Tire. He's a product specialist. And he talks with me a little bit more about the Cruise Tech, the Sport Tech, and the Pirelli Night Dragon tires that are now original equipment on a lot of the Indian motorcycles out there. So if you want to know more about tire technology and how the Cruise Tech came to be for the power bagger that the Challenger is, you want to check out our interview with Tyler. It's a great, he's quite a talker, great stories, and he knows a lot about tire development. So might be worth checking out. Fish, welcome back. We are going to wrap it up here with Jason, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Except I just want to throw this out there. Bring Jason in, and then I'll
bring Jason in. There's Jason. Hi, Jason.
Yeah. So there was Ed had a really good idea for a tank decal for you.
Oh,
all right, ready?
Go.
A mic, or do your side profile face, but mics as feathers, microphones.
Wait, for me?
Yeah, for you.
I thought you were talking to Jason. Now you're telling
Oh,
me. Okay.
Well, Jason's the artist
with the streaming microphones.
Yeah. I can see
You
it.
people aren't well. You guys bumped your head in the break, didn't you?
Dude, I'm thinking I'll have maybe I'll have like two fillings on mine. Like one will be like nice and sleek, and the other one will be.
You guys, we've talked
crazy
about this before. No. I have the face for radio. Trust me on this. This is
Get the face for decals, baby.
why I do what I do. And you all forced me into the video world, and now I have to, pretend that I'm, no. Caricatures I might go for, though. Cartoons, nice. Yeah, let's do that. If he cartooned me, I'd do it in a minute. Check this out, okay? He says, oh, yeah, I'm making some T-shirts. I'd like to use your logo. I said, great, do that. Then what do I get? I get 3 new versions of my logo.
Of your own logo?
Yeah. In roughly an afternoon. And like I said, I told you, I think his work is awesome. Mine looks like I did it with a straight edge and a marker. Well, I did, but that's not the point.
I'm sending him my logo. I've been trying to think of some new ideas anyway. So I mean, now that we know Jason's in the logo
Jason,
building,
can you handle some more stuff on your plate? You're not busy or anything, are you?
You're not busy,
You're
right?
not like touring with a custom motorcycle and carrying on a job and raising a family and working and all that. No,
I'm not doing a whole lot these days.
right?
You found a way to make $27 out of 24, right? Because damn, that's what we're doing. Just so you guys all know, fucking motorcycle season's coming up, and I'm gonna be lost. Nobody's gonna find me. I'm not gonna be as around. You're gonna have to come find me. Look for the feather, the radio chief over here in his little decal on my bike is how you're gonna find me.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Chief, are you near the railway? Who's near the railroad tracks?
Yeah, Jason.
Oh, wow, you can hear that?
Yeah.
I guess this little wind muff doesn't block out trains.
I thought you were at Indian Motorcycle Charlotte.
These bad boys right here. Yeah.
I thought he was at Indian Motorcycle Charlotte with Amanda.
Oh, right. Yeah. There's poor Amanda. She's in the parts area back there in no man's land. There's a folding chair and a table back there. And then there's just the undeniable train in the background. God, I tried to get that out of there, you guys. I really did. Might have to head up to Minnesota when this happens. You better believe it, Ed. If you don't come up we're already bent at you. Just know that.
That's right.
So let's get back on task. A couple of things here. First, whoa.
He has it.
That's wow.
Put that up a little better so we can see.
There we go.
Oh yeah,
wow.
I see it. That is cool.
Yeah. Jason, what are those made out of? What is that cut out of?
This is steel.
Okay.
Oh damn.
Powder coated in either Silvadillo color or black. And they'll have different screen colors available. And this is just one of the designs. This is the Diablo.
Yeah. And he has 5, right? 5 designs?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 of them.
Just curious, was there like testing done about like if average temperature of the bike went up? Because just people are going to ask, so now I'm asking.
Yeah, we actually measured the airflow opening. So they either have equivalent airflow or greater than OEM.
Okay. There we go.
It's actually funneled, so it actually forces more air in, right? Because of the way it's designed. Okay, yeah, I've seen some of those years ago. They used to make some of those for some of the metric bikes. That actually the designs on them were finned in such a way that they did force more air through the radiator. It was really kind of a cool setup.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, that's very nice. Well done. And now is that like plasma cut, or how are those done? Are they cut pressed?
Yeah, those are CNC plasma cut.
Nice.
Rick at TLC has them cut out, and also somewhere else he has them powder coated. So it's a little labor intensive, but our first order should be shipping out in the middle of April, and then from that point on, we should have them in stock for immediate shipping.
Wow. So when you told me you had some stuff in the works and that you were working on some collaborations, this is where it was going to land?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is
all right. Well, you undersold the hell out of that. So let's just start there. Yeah, this guy's, again, what you don't know about Jason, he is truly kind of one of those Renaissance guys. By hand artist that he designs a lot of the creations that you see in these categories. He can take your ideas and morph them into what you like. And it's really kind of this very unique, surreal style that he has. And if you haven't seen it, you deserve to see it. It's at bravewolf.us. I'm plugging him for you because he's not saying it often enough. There you go.
They and all the decals that I've seen on have really been, they've just been good. I mean, we got to see some when we were out in SoCal, actually.
We did see a set out there, and was it Mark Schaefer that had him, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
He has the one and only what is it?
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian set. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that had to be fun. Okay, come on. It had to be fun, Jason.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm kind of a nerd. Camera doesn't quite capture the Star Wars stuff, but obviously I had to do some nerdy stuff, and I was just happy when someone else who's just as big a fan as me came along. They're like, yeah, I definitely want to put that on my bike. So
sure. Well, he was very quick to show it off when we got outside, man. We'd already seen it. We rolled up in the parking lot and took some shots, and he was shooting video with it and his evil little black duck. I know what that was about. But then when we got inside, he couldn't wait to drag us back outside to show it to us. So he was very proud of that work.
Yeah, after about 2 hours, and he finally got a word in edgewise.
Sounds like that kind of guy.
No, that was me. That was me talking.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know Mark was that big.
You were going to get confused, Jason. That's not the way that works. No, I mean, Mark can carry a conversation, but I think Fish blew him out on this one. I really do.
I hadn't just talked to Curtis for 8 hours in the headset.
Yeah.
Oh, you was an
now, you know what post-traumatic stress looks like? Okay. I'm not picking out, I'm not taking anything away from our actual veteran heroes, but 12 hours of him in your head, come on now. It's scary enough when I'm in there by myself. I don't.
Now you got two crazy voices.
Yeah. Well, guys, I know we still got a lot of folks hanging around with us, but we want to get this wrapped up this evening. It's coming up on 90 minutes that we've been together. The Mandalorian one turned out on point. Very neat from the fellow Star Wars nerd. Wish I had thought of it. Cal, I'm telling you, you saw them. Did you see them? They're amazing. They're really, really cool. And Cal Crater, he's an awesome guy. Ever get a chance to meet him, do that too. Jason, I want to take the opportunity first to thank you for creating something that is accessible to so many of us when the decals can create such a unique look for our bikes. The Lilith Challenger takes our imaginations way down the road, and you have done an amazing job in creating and presenting that motorcycle. And I can't thank you enough for being that early hand raiser to get on board with the Full Ride Scholarship Program. It's actually a pleasure and an honor to have you on board with that. And we had this conversation this week. Are they sponsors or am I endorsing them? I'm endorsing this guy. That's what I'm saying. If you want to ask me what I think of his work and this guy as a person, easy 5-star review across the board. Just know it.
What do you judge Jason? Oh, you were talking about. I thought you were talking about me for a second.
See, I put him on the damn payroll. Look what happens. It's simple. We started out as friends. Now look what's happened. We're off the rails.
I'm just kidding. I don't know why I always say I'm just kidding. Look out. But you're 100% right. Look at that. It looks awesome.
Yeah. There's a bike you see on Instagram a lot, a red one that's got kind of that design on the tank. That is.
Hey, you're probably talking about Lowbrow Lou.
Oh yeah, that is exactly who it is. Yes, Lowbrow
All
Lou.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have 2 winners for this, and you can reach out to me and let me know if you want it in gloss or matte finish. Either is a choice.
Oh.
and I decided to choose the first person from YouTube and Facebook who said me, because I know the timing is a little off between the two.
Yep. Go. Right.
So we've got JP.
Ah,
Oh,
JP.
nice. JP rides. Right on. Okay.
Bitchin'.
And that was from YouTube. And on Facebook, we got John Zemetz.
Oh, very good. Well done, you guys. Excellent. Well, congratulations. And
So
thank you.
maybe message you on Instagram.
Anywhere you want to. You can, I put my email in here. You can message me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Well,
Just tell me what your name is here.
Hey, JP, how are you, man? Yeah, you might want to hook him up with your actual name. Code is nice, but let's move forward. Okay? Yeah, can't cipher. All right. Well, thank you very much for doing that, Jason. We appreciate you, and it's been a pleasure having you on here and getting a chance to talk. And you and I are going to talk a little bit more here very soon, because we are coming up on the deadline to draw our first nominee, and we're going to hook somebody up with a $200 full ride scholarship. So you and I will ambush them somehow, whether we call them up or we drop them, somehow we're going to kind of surprise them a little bit with this. So that being said, we're going to make some plans. All right.
Sounds great.
All right. Jason Dement, Brave Wolf Customs, thank you for joining us on the show tonight. We appreciate you, man. Follow him on Instagram, and again, bravewolf.us. Check it out. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't go look, you're going to hate yourself. Jason, have a good night, my friend.
Hey, you guys too. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
All right. Jason Dement, Lilith Challenger. Check it out online. Check it out on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you go. You can find that bike. And Fish, we have had a very busy night and a lot of folks hanging around with us this evening. I see tons in the comments, and I can't be thankful enough for all the support we've been getting. This show is really starting to find a kind of a groove.
Hey, I'm having a blast.
Are you? Good.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
So,
because if the fun factor is high, then the pay goes down. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. I get paid in smiles.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You think something that I've been thinking about doing, the member service.
Oh, you asked me
for
about
YouTube.
This. Yeah, you asked me about this.
Yeah, I wonder. You guys mentioned, message me privately or whatever if you want. If that would be something interesting to get early access to videos and maybe a private chat group. And
a lot of guys are doing a Discord thing as part of that. Is that something you'd have in mind? I mean, that's
kind of what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, a whole Discord conversation with a few guys, and
Well, I use
I use Patreon. Yeah,
and I like it, and seems to be, it seems to be a good access for my patrons and the members that are there. And I think if people appreciate that, if you can have something that's presentable and that you can do consistently. I've struggled with that a little while here recently because I've been busy doing other things, but yeah, I think Patreon's a great opportunity. And membership programs, guys, let's face it, as a content creator too, mine being a little bit different than his. Yeah, every once in a while you got stuff you want to share before it's time to actually get it shared. So, you know what I mean? I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna shoot the idea. We'll see.
You got a 4 smile day? Nicely done. I'll pay 4 smiles today, Fish. Boy.
There we go.
See, Cal's generous.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just set up a Patreon. People can just pay me in smiles.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much all you. Yeah.
Ed said Discord rocks.
Yeah, a lot of guys are really digging that because it lets you talk to people, around what you're doing that are familiar with, that certain topic or whatever your point of view is in that Discord thing. It's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
Right on. All right. Well, guys, I want to thank everyone for dropping in again. It's always a pleasure having you hang out on a Friday night with us. Also, a special thanks, 60 Helmets. They are going to be part of our summer tour this year, in addition to Rush Racing Products, Lloyd's Garage, India Motorcycle Charlotte, and so many others, including Custom Dynamics, Brave Wolf Customs, and even my friend Riding Fish is going to help us along while we're out on the road this year. So,
yeah, I look forward to seeing and meeting a bunch of people. I think we're going to have a really good opportunity.
I think so too. And like you pointed out, if we can get together there in the Midwest and, sometime here in the early summer, we could have a good time and drop in on, some very important landmarks. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Right? We gotta get some work done to make it work, but yeah, definitely.
All right, my friend. Well, anything you want to add? Because you got a couple of videos that you got dropped. Your FTR video is out. And by the way, I enjoyed that. I really liked that video.
Did you?
Yeah, you didn't get to write it quite the way you wanted to, but I think the video turned out great, man.
Dude, between being lost and having just a buttload of traffic,
Yeah.
the traffic was way less. So that was shot the same day as the Chief review video, which was really cool.
Yep.
But the Chief, everybody was sleeping in when I did the Chief. By the time I got to the FTR, people were out and about.
Right. So there's more traffic out, more guys riding, more all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a talker, but I'm not a thinker. So I've been calling these 99% rides, 1% review. It's up to you to take all the words coming out of my mouth and make an intelligent thought out of it. I think they can do it. We have really good followers. So I'm pretty sure they can do it.
Oh, they can do it because I could, I knew where you were going.
Yeah. So leave a comment below if you think I didn't do a great job or bad. Ed said I did a good Chief video.
99% ride. See,
there you go. Yeah. And the ride was really good. So yeah.
Excellent. Well, again, we have one more brand new episode out. It's available as of today, and I hope a lot of you already have downloaded it. But we talk with Tyler Porter. He is with Metzler and Pirelli here in the U.S., and he is a product specialist on the Cruise Tech tire. That's the one that shows up on the Challenger now and on some of the other models.
Roadmaster,
right? And the Chieftain Elite now.
Yeah,
we're going to talk a little bit more. He talks with me about the Night Dragon from Pirelli because they are now under the same umbrella. In fact, Metzler is owned by Pirelli International. And so we talk a little bit more too about kind of the racing heritage and how they test a motorcycle tire based on what they hope they wanted to do over time and how that developed into becoming the OEM provider. So it's kind of an interesting episode.
I thought it was a good episode.
Yeah, I geek out a lot on it.
So. Yeah, I think I text you. I was like, I just nerded out on a bunch of tire talk. It wasn't like the weird science. It was a fun conversation about it. And then you know what really threw me away?
What's that?
Now that Whit's here, we can really leave because the party, got started.
The party started. There she is.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is, so Indian motorcycle testing is in Yuma.
Yes,
we were in Yuma.
We were. I know.
We could have done some testing or something.
We did some testing. We tested just how long it took that bike to relearn its ECU well enough to be ridden.
Yours. Mine, we tested that it just kept beating you in races when your ECU wasn't happy.
Consistently.
Indian Motorcycle will come down to Arizona and we will hang out.
Sure. We like it. Hey, dude, I enjoyed that ride through the Yuma area. It was beautiful down there. I really liked that.
Well, we have to do it really soon or we got to wait till December again. Just saying.
Also true. Yeah. And no, not necessarily. Now there's an event going on. It's a SoCal ride down in October. Then the IMRG chapters are getting together down there in the San Diego area.
In October.
And Redlands. And I think it's in early October. I'll have to double check the dates. It's on Facebook and I want to look into it because I think we'd like to go. And that would be a great opportunity to connect with Indian and get a couple of bikes to take down there.
Yeah,
all right. Now I'm thinking out loud. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Fish, thanks so much for doing a great job again this week, helping me get connected with Jason and getting this all plugged in. Keep watching his videos, like, subscribe, get the notifications. And if you don't, expect me at your door. Meanwhile, I appreciate having you back. Thanks very much because, this gets to be a long hour when it's all by yourself.
Well, I just had a whole bunch of FOMO. I figured I was missing out on all the fun. So, I appreciate the opportunity to come in and talk some shit and have some fun and, do what we do, but on camera.
Indeed. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And we're looking forward to joining you again next week. Fish, take good care. I'll be right back. And guys, thank you again. Indian Rider Radio After Hours with Riding Fish from YouTube. And you guys all make this possible. We have had an amazing early part of 2021. Some great things are happening, and we are coming on the road. We are bringing a 40-foot Class A toy hauler to dealership visits, events, rides, rally, you name it. We want to come and see you. So email me. Go to our contact page at IndianRiderRadio.com. Email me. Let me know if you got an activity going on, and if we can get you on the schedule, we will. Simple as that. And we appreciate the invitation in the meantime. For Riding Fish and my friend Jason Dement, thanks so much for dropping in and saying goodnight to all of you from all of us here at Indian Rider Radio After Hours. Have a good night, you guys. We'll see you next week.